I've never been this happy about having a black thumb. Never been more happy than I am right now that I actually killed plants on purpose, and I am okay with that. What's going on, everyone? It's the Niskel. Welcome back to Resident Evil 2. In the last episode, Sherry got infected, or even more infected. She's actually starting to feel it. And we have started looking for an antidote, and in this episode, let's go find that antidote. One thing real quick. Let's go check the room on the opposite side of the laboratory now that the power's back on. There was one room that I neglected to look at, and it actually does have some significance this time round. Only in this scenario does it actually have a worthwhile significance. Was that an oxymoron, or was that just redundant? I can't tell. Worthwhile, significance, those are both kind of the same thing. But anyway, this room right here, this is the one I'm talking about. And by the way, this one here, if you've been watching, you recognize this section. We need 2 thumbprints. So later on, we will register Claire. We will use it here, and then Leon will be the final person to use this validator here. And I just realized, yep, I need a key card. So I'll see you back at where we were. It's funny how your memory just weaves in and out. It's like it's circle strafing when it comes to this. Wow! My notes are completely wrong. These things were supposed to die and stay dead. I'm actually surprised they didn't. In fact, they're spitting a lot more acid than I remember. I think because we turned on the BOW gas, they're actually mutating, which would explain why they came back and spitting acid. So my notes were correct and not so correct. They were correct about that thing being there. Yeah, just an automatic plant right there, and it's kind of funny. This is like the plant room. You got 2 green herbs here. You got a giant whatever this is up here that you can't even shoot or kill, but it is kind of an interesting backdrop. It's got tentacles coming out of it. And then you got this guy here, which I just burnt to a crisp, and I am so happy to be able to do that. There is no way we climbed down that entire ladder, complete with vines all over it, in 4 steps. I call BS. Resident Evil 2 is the worst game ever. Is what a silly person would say. Resident Evil 2 is amazing. Let's see. There should... Oh, I hear him. It's probably one of my favorite aspects about any horror game. Sometimes you have to rely on your other senses besides what you can physically see. Oh, there he is. Ladies first? I'm glad you abide by that rule. No! Okay, there we go. He was such a gentleman licker, and then he attacked me, and then he wasn't as much of a... Wow! What is going on? These guys are actually dying in one shot. Hey, I'm not complaining. Went down without a fight. I'll gladly accept that. I'm going to go ahead and leave this green here just in case I find a mixer. That way we can work well with that later. Looks like we need an MO disc to go in here, and that's another big difference. It happens in A scenarios where you actually need to find the MO disc, so we'll be finding that later and going through that door, the same one that Leon did in his A scenario. Let's see. Found the monitor room, and right here is the map of the lab. We've already seen all these rooms before, so I won't go into the map more than I have to. Now, let's go ahead and deposit this. I'm actually running out of herbs here, which is kind of cool. The game is actually presenting somewhat of a challenge. I am greatly enjoying myself right now. But the main thing I want is the weapon box key. I almost said weapon item box. That redundancy. It's a theme here. Let's see. We could go down there, but I need the card key. And there's the mixer I was talking about, so we'll pick that up on our way out. If I'm able to. I'm not sure what item is in this box because it changes from scenario to scenario. Ah, more explosive rounds. Darn it, I thought it was going to be more bowgun bolts. That is... bowgun bolts are the most, like, useful thing to me right now, just because I'm running out of them. And zombie in my face. Hey, there's a guy. Well, he looks a bit off. I wonder what happened to his sleeve. Come on, dude, you need to look presentable. I am a guest here in your laboratory. Oh, he is dead. Okay, I just didn't see the pool of blood. I guess it was blending in with the floor. And he's dead too. These guys are going, like, dropping like flies. Which I guess can be... I'm freaking out the automatic door. There he goes. There we go, he's gone. I love that. Just the fact that we were shooting and getting like 1 pixel closer to the door, it actually opened again. Oh, wow. I didn't think he was that close. And I think I'm going to get hit here. Awesome. Make sure he doesn't bite my kneecaps off. And there's the lab card key. That's good. Now, over here, this system has even more significance than you'd think. It's the vaccine synthesis machine. We need a base vaccine to go inside here. So that text will only show up in this playthrough, at least to my knowledge, because you didn't have to deal with a vaccine in Claire's B scenario. Only here does an antidote actually is needed. Whatever I'm trying to say. And that guy just won't die. I couldn't see him. There we go. That is everything we need here. We will be back here as soon as we find the vaccine base. So, let it be known we're going to be doing a lot of forward and backtracking. Hey, at least we got more explosive rounds so we can just blow up everything in our path. Maybe I should do that.
Annette!
You killed William. I'll never forgive you for that.
Wait!
I've just prepared a sample of the G-Virus. And this time, no one will take it from me. This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when they'll pupate. And if that happens, then Sherry won't...
What? William...
Well, that was a thing, and it's a good thing I just made this realization that I have so much explosive ammo, I should just use it on regular enemies. Why not? Go ahead and grab that mixer. And Annette, are you doing okay? Obviously not.
William is still alive. He's getting stronger with each skin he casts off. Sherry!
Tell me what I need to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to prepare the antidote is right here.
Pay attention to these, because if you're playing through your first time and you don't read this, you're going to be lost for a long time. And the G-Virus is called the Devil? How fitting. It's just giving you a little backstory as to how the G-Virus actually works. Like what happens if you're injected with it, stuff like that. But now, let's get to the vaccine. You need a VAM, or an empty cartridge to the VAM, which is in another room. We haven't seen that yet. And then we can get the base from the VAM. So then we can take the base, or the base, back to the room we were just in, and then we could turn it into the vaccine. And you need to wait exactly 10 seconds. Just be sure you're counting. And there you go.
Save my daughter. And tell her I'm sorry I wasn't a better mother. Tell her I love her. Sherry.
Annette!
The self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated. This sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
And there, the emergency has been set. There is no time limit for the emergency going off, so just take your sweet time. We've got a lot of doors to open with this lab card key. And that's kind of sad, seeing Annette die right in front of her husband, which had no humanity left. Oh my god! How could it survive 4 explosions to the face? See, even those things couldn't last. Anyway, if you are playing for 100% items, this is only useful to you now. Let's see, username is guest. Who needs to read paper? I mean, come on. There we go. We are now officially a guest. And the only reason we're doing this is so Leon has some extra ammo in his B scenario, because he's gonna need it. Trust me, there are a lot stronger monsters, and I want Leon to go out with a bang. Speaking of which, where has he been? I mean, I've been running around fighting all these monsters, and he hasn't contacted me once. Ugh, worst partner ever. Let's see, don't have anything else. I'll pick up that green herb on my way out. There's nothing else we need to do here because we need that vaccine base. So let's head out and find the VAM.
Leon, you made it.
Claire, is that you? Where are you?
I can see you on the monitor. But never mind that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
I still have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
Well, speak of the friggin' devil. Since he never contacted us, we'll leave him with the bitch work. Yeah, go get Sherry. That way we can get the vaccine together. It's kind of sad that my first couple times playing this, I got lost when trying to put together the vaccine. I actually had to reread the directions multiple times on how to put it together, just because I couldn't figure out for the life of me. Like, this laboratory could have exploded like 3 times over while I was still trying to put the vaccine together. And, by the way, Leon, what have you been doing? Did you set off the emergency self-destruct? I guess we'll find out in your B scenario. And that I really need. I didn't think there were 3 of them. I guess I miscounted. Either that or the camera angles playing mind games with me. Anyway, let's head off. So now that we know Sherry is in good hands, hopefully in good hands, so Leon's going to bring her, or at least find a way to keep her safe while we find a vaccine for her, or actually make a vaccine for her. Which also kind of makes me think, William Birkin injected himself with the G-Virus. Cool. That's how this whole story started. Why couldn't Annette, make a vaccine and hit him with it? It's kind of a interesting loose end, I guess you'd say. But then again, he probably just ran off and he couldn't, or she couldn't find him anymore, which would explain a lot. We just need to get a gun that can shoot vaccines. It, shoots the syringes. I think they did that in, Codename Kids Next Door or something like that. Somebody made a syringe gun and shot, cold medicine out of it. That was kind of funny. Anyway, let's register our fingerprint before we forget. And this will become more relevant. If you're a new viewer, this will be relevant in Leon's B scenario. And it looks like we need a completely different fingerprint, so Claire's will be the first one. And when we save after this entire playthrough, then going through Leon's B scenario, he can insert the second fingerprint. Oh, I hear him. There we go. Now we can start making the vaccine. This is the room where the VAM is. So now that we have the vaccine cart and plenty of nice chunky zombies to explode. Yeah! Let's go ahead and shed some light on this situation. And boom, like 4 zombies. Very, very nice. Oh, wow, there's still one up. There we go. Look at all this fire and destruction. This is hilarious. And also in the VAM room, this is also where the MO disc is. Be sure to pick this up. Now, right here, this gigantic thing makes the vaccines. Let's go ahead and insert the cartridge here. And now that is ready. Start up the VAM. And boom, the base is done. Now that stumped me like no other. That is probably why I got lost for like hours on end. The story I was explaining earlier, I didn't know you had to come over here and use this switch. It looks like a part of the background. That's why I got lost for all those hours on end. Let's see. All right, we have everything that we need. Got the base and the MO disc. Okay, just wanted to make sure we're not missing anything. So now we need to make the pilgrimage all the way back to that laboratory to make the vaccine. And you know what? I'll meet you there, so be right back. If I would actually go the right way. Okay, that was kind of funny. It's like he looked at Claire weird and then he just exploded due to like embarrassment or something. I'm naked, don't look. Okay, he is dead. Now, just to free up some space, because I'm going to need all the healing items I can get, I'm going to go ahead and use the MO disc here. That's the final place we need to go. We don't even have to worry about getting Sherry anymore. If you go back to that room, I believe in Scenario A, just like B, there will be a bunch of naked zombies running around. So you don't have to worry about Sherry anymore. Just get everything you need for the vaccine and any ammunition that you are going to need. I really hope I don't have to resort to using the grenade launcher. Anyway, let's get that antidote running. Vaccine, antidote. I guess antidote's more for poisons. I don't know, could you consider this poison? And, oh, good. Attention to detail. Annette's body is still there. It's like the gamer, or the video game trope of bodies just wasting away until they're completely non-existent anymore. If you're going for a speedrun of Scenario A, I can't imagine how much you'd be pulling your hair out for this. Alright, so it said 10 seconds. That wasn't even close to 10 seconds. But there we go. Replacing the lockpick, we have the vaccine to the G-Virus. I don't know why I said vaccine that crazy way, but yeah, we now have the thing that will save Sherry. So I'm thinking I'm going to get all my items together, get all the healing items, and based on your input for, I think it was 2 episodes ago, on whether I should use the big monstrous weapons for the final boss, I'll go ahead and look over those, and next time on Resident Evil 2, we are going to take on the final boss and save Sherry's life, because we now have the vaccine. We have the one thing that can fight against the G-Virus, besides tons of explosions. I will see you guys next time.